and welcome to Tech Tuesday. My name is Neil, and today we're going to be going over the Windows 10 Start menu. So, let's jump right in. The Start menu is located here in the bottom left corner. Just click on it, and it opens to something roughly like this. Because Windows 10 is continually updating, not everyone's going to have their Start menu look exactly the same. On some of the older versions up at the top, you'd have a frequently used or most recently used area, which was kind of a shortcut for programs that you use very often. They seem to have gotten rid of that now, so most people will have something that looks like this. So you'll have this area here where you have your power, your settings. You could jump to your files, your picture files, your document files. You can switch users. This just expands it out, so it makes it a little easier to see. Here you have all your programs listed, and when you scroll and when you mouse over, your scroll bar appears, and you can go all the way down, and that's everything on here. And over here is your tile menu. The tiles really act, especially on a laptop or a desktop, really as a shortcut. So things that you use very often, you might want to put as a tile. The original idea was that for people who had touchscreen laptops or a Windows tablet, you could use it similar to how you would use, an Android tablet or an Apple tablet. But they found that people and that was what Windows 8 basically was. But they found that a lot of people still wanted the same functionality that Windows 7 had. So Windows 10 is somewhat of a compromise between the two. So what can we do with the tile menu? Well, we can add pretty much any of these programs over into the tile menu. So let's add Microsoft Word. Now, Word would normally be down at the bottom, but instead of scrolling all the way down, what you can do is, see where there's the letters up here, like J, L. You can click on any one of those letters, and it opens up an alphabet. And anything in white means that there's a program that begins with that letter. So as you can see, we don't have any programs that begin with H or K or R, but we do have W, which is where Word will be. And there it is. So in order to add it to the tile menu, what you're going to do is you're going to right-click, so you're going to use the right button on the mouse. Oh, I should mention this. Whenever I'm saying click, that's always going to be the left button on your mouse. Your right button opens up menus. So your left button is always an action, and your right button is always a menu. Well, almost always. There are exceptions, but they're very rare. So I'm going to right-click here, and this is what it opens up to. And right at the top, where it says Pin to Start, all you have to do is click that, and it goes into the tile menu. But let's look at some of the other options. So I'm going to right-click again. And here where it says More, there's an arrow, and it opens up to, I could pin it to a taskbar, which would put it down here. I could run as administrator, which for Word, that really doesn't do that much, but there are some programs where running as administrator gives you more options. Or you can open up the file location, and that's simply just letting you know where exactly it is on your disk in relationship to other programs. But let's go back and back down to Word. But let's suppose what you want to do was adjust your tile menu. The first thing you can do is you can make it actually physically bigger. You just take your mouse, go right up to the top edge, and when it forms into that double arrow, you're going to hold your left button down, and then just physically drag it up. Same thing on the side, left button, double arrow, and drag it over. Now, you have your Microsoft Store, and it's separated a little bit from the others. And these two are both browsers. Internet Explorer and Microsoft Edge are browsers. Word is an office program. So they don't really go together. So let's move Office. So again, left button, just physically hold the button down and just physically drag it to where you want it. You notice when I was doing that, there was a blue bar that appeared, and when I scroll just above, it says name group. You could put titles under all of these. So for example, Microsoft Store, I'm going to put Store or Stores because I might want to put some other shopping areas there. These are both browsers. So I'm going to click just above and it opens up that box. And so I'm going to type in browser. And I always do that. I always spell browser wrong. For some reason, I want to put the extra W in there when I'm typing it. When I'm writing it, I do it fine. And here I'm going to do Office. Okay. So you can make all of this bigger. So if you want to put a lot of tiles in there, you can. If you only had a few, you can, again, bring it back down and make it much smaller. You can also change the size of the tiles. So let's take the Microsoft Store and right-click, because the right mouse button is your menu button. And we're going to go to Resize. And you have a wide variety of sizes here. Let's try wide. Makes it a little bit smaller, but still bigger than the others. But you do have 4 options. You can go, medium is what the other ones are right now, but small would make it like that. Let's go back to wide. And not all of the tiles have the same size option. So we go down to Word, and we're looking to resize, and you only have small or medium. I'm not exactly sure why they don't all have the same options, but they don't. Again, you have your More, where you can put it on the taskbar, run as administrator. You can uninstall it. We're definitely going to want to avoid that right now. But you can uninstall programs, and that completely takes it off the computer, not just off the tile menu. And this is a fairly recent addition where, because I'm clicked onto Word right now, it shows the recent Word documents that I've either used or read. They didn't always used to do that, and so not everybody will have that option. But at some point within your updates, you probably will get that. And that's pretty much everything for Windows 10 Start menu. Stay tuned for more episodes. We're going to have a lot more Windows talk. I know we have some Apple talk coming up, some more Android, a little bit of everything. So definitely stay tuned. Thank you for checking it out, and have a good day.